Yellow, that yellow gel will be quite a lot stronger than the blue, because the blue's got a grid on and it's got a blue gel. So I'm going to try it at about 132 power just for now, just to see what we actually get. I'm going to put the modeling lamps on if I can. There we go. Okay, so what I want you to do is look slightly towards the blue, not totally there, because now I'm going to get that yellow, that slight yellow rim in there. So remember, now on complementary colors it was blue was at the bottom and yellow was at the top. So just introducing that color harmony actually is just more pleasing to the eye. So we can probably even bring that around a little bit more. And don't forget, wherever you have shadow, whatever your fill light is actually going to fill in to the shadow. So we've got a bit of shadow there on the blues. So we're going to bring it around a little bit more, just to fill in that shadow. So there you can see it's just now coming in on the cheek where those shadows were, because Jean-Marie's face was turned away, and that is cool. So are we all back online there, Tyler? Okay. Alright. So if you are watching the stream and you're watching it fine, is it working on any of the... Not? Okay. So that's very strange. Okay, so I'm just going to carry on anyway. So what I'm going to do is do a couple of shots like this. So just look towards this side. So I'm going to get more yellow in. So it's almost going to create a split light in the actual shot. So we'll see yellow on the one side, blue on the other side, and we're seeing the yellow onto the jacket. Just turn your body a little bit more this way. I want to get there, and turn your head more towards this way. That's cool. And we've got, there's a cool shot. See how the yellow is coming in. So now if we want to now look at doing the split complementary, we're going to be looking at putting another light. I'm going to keep the blue, we've got the yellow, so we're going to have another light which is actually going to be an orange light. So right, I'm going to put this on. So if you notice here, I've actually got an ADR14 sitting on a AD400 Pro. I actually went through to Godox and actually picked up another ADR14 kit just so I could do this. So I could do this tonight. And I'll also show you a trick that I actually do with these ADR14s with softboxes, because I think it's quite cool. Alright, so that one is very strong. So we've got... Did it lose its connection? Okay. So I'm going to turn on light C, and I'm going to take this down to probably about 164 power. So we should get a bit of an orange into our shot. but we don't want the banding. So what we're going to do, we're going to move this light back. And what I mean by banding is you get that almost like a solid line. The gel color doesn't actually mix in with the extra thing. So look up at the blue there. I'm just going to do a shot here and so we're just going to get that. I'm actually going to lift it up a little bit higher so I can actually get the top of Jean-Marie's head there. And probably just want to bring it in a little bit closer. Cool, but you can see how these colors are actually looking pleasing to the eye, because we are using the color harmony wheels that we actually had on there. So I want to get maybe a because I want to see the light hitting the jacket a little bit more. I'm going to probably bring C up to about 132. So we're just seeing a little bit more orange into the shot. There you go. So I'm going to take a wide shot so you can actually see what the setup is. So just strike a pose there. And so that's how much light is bouncing around, but you can see none of the orange, none of the yellow is hitting the background, which is cool. If they were hitting the background, you can put things on like grids. Like I've put a grid on this one just so I can actually focus the blue in a certain area onto Jean-Marie. But you can see how much light is actually bouncing around actually in that space, which is quite crazy. So let's do another couple of shots. That one didn't fire everything. That was just the back two and no blue filling in there. So that's cool. And then there's all the lights firing. So we got the nice different color rims. We could actually do with a bit more on B. That's very dark now. Let me just go. Come forward a little bit. Cool. So Jean-Marie, she moved back. Okay. Okay. So there you can see we got some quite nice cool colors. And did the stream fail? I think we're having a bit of a technical difficulty with the stream.
It's not even a turn.
Hey? Facebook has gone. Hey? Is it coming on? Is it on YouTube? Not.
Only on yours.
Goes up to a certain point or what? Oh, there you go. Are we on?
This is Godox's.
Okay.
I've restarted the stream 3 times.
Okay. Well, just let us know if there's any problems. Is this is the comments are not even coming through. Only your comments. Okay, so I'm going to take a couple of shots while Talia's busy there. Okay, bring those nails in because they're like really limo. Yeah, those nails look quite cool. So I'm going to actually brighten up the one on the back. I'm going to bring it up quite a bit. I want to see if I can get a bit more blue into the back. There we go, so we've got a bit more blue into the back. I've put the background light now up to about 1/8 power, because it is quite a thick gel. And normally what I like to do is I like to use 2 gels on a background, which is something else that I want to do. So another thing we can actually do also is, especially when you're playing around with complementary colors, is I'm going to actually set up 2 yellow lights on the background, because I've actually got to do this for a shoot this weekend, where I'm just going to be lighting up a white background with yellow gels, and we're going to do that. So what I'm going to do is take this grey up, and then I'm just going to change this orange gel to also a yellow gel. So we've got another little yellow gel that I actually cut out and just put into the holder and push it on. Now, normally what I do with this type of shot is I would actually put these inside a softbox, but I wanted to actually show you how I do the mounting of a gel inside a softbox, because it just was a lot easier, and Godox lights allow you to do that when you use an S2 bracket and an 8300, and when you use an 8400 Pro. But we'll get to that just now. So I'm going to have these by the background. I'm probably going to flag off the lights so we don't get any spill of the yellow onto Jean-Marie. I'm just going to turn off the modeling lamp. Okay, and also I don't want to put too much hotspot into the background either. So I'm just going to put two poly boards up just to flag off any stray yellow light that may come Jean-Marie's way. And I'm going to turn off this blue one and take this blue one out the way. Okay, so we have the 2 lights at the back. Just going to check this one is on. Yeah, that's on. Then I have the 2 body boards just flagging off the actual any sort of light coming towards Jean-Marie, and I will put on the modeling lamps just to actually check to see if that is actually happening. Alright, so let me put the modeling lamps on. Okay, so just look at me, Jean-Marie. So I don't see any yellow coming your way. So we're gonna make Jean-Marie look like a blue Smurf on a yellow background. It's better than the Chucky. Yeah, you gotta admit. So I'm just gonna also check. So I've got C and A at 132 power. I might actually take the 8400 down 1 stop. So let's take a test shot there and see what we get. Now doesn't that look cool? That looks like it's something kind of record cover, like in the 80s. Okay, so let's do a couple of shots of that. So I'm going to be shooting with gels this weekend on a shoot also for a musician. So, and obviously I normally do this in a softbox because it will give me a nice even spread of light on the back. As you can see in these images, it's a bit brighter sort of at the top, and the light falls off and it goes a little bit darker. So normally I would actually, as I mentioned, put those into a softbox. Okay, I'm going to give this a little bit more angle to you. Now if I didn't have the grid on this, I'm going to actually take the grid off just to show you what happens. Let me turn the modeling lamp off first so I don't blind the model. So let me just show you also what these grids are like. So this is a 50-degree grid that comes with the AD-R14 kit, which you can get from godox.co.za. You can use my discount code godoxcarld. So I'm going to put this blue back up there with such high-tech clips that we're using. And I'm going to show you exactly what happens with this. You see what happens when you don't have a grid, the grid on, how much more that light is spreading across the background. It's spreading across, obviously it's a lot brighter because we had that grid on. Even if I turn it down to 1/16, and there we go, we can start getting that nice and the beauty about Godox lights is I'm gonna actually put Jean-Marie on a bit of a multi-burst shoot. So I'm actually going to put this on burst, and I'm going to get it to keep changing her pose, but to remember to keep looking towards the blue. Look towards the blue mainly. But so let's see. So see, because you can do that with Godox lights because they're really awesome on their recycles. You weren't expecting it to be that fast, eh?
It's like,
Okay, so now you're ready. Okay. Right, I'm going to shoot portrait style, so we're going to... You can't even think that. See, that's how Godox lights are awesome. But you can actually shoot, and because we're shooting on low power, there's a couple of misses, I think, on the back one. But right, what I want to do is get you to, but I want to see if the nails come out on the, that's it. Because these nail colors, this is like, I find these nails absolutely amazing. They come out anywhere. I think you must go show that nail color over to the camera there. These nails are like, it doesn't matter what color gel that I actually throw at these things, they don't change color. So it actually adds quite some character to especially to the shots. Okay, so give me another one. I give you more straight on to me. Bring your head this way slightly. That's cool. Alright. See, now we can see a bit more of a spray of color going into the background there. So I'm gonna take it down a little bit. And that's why the importance of having grids. You can see that without the grid you can actually see this blue is falling into the actual shadows in behind the actual board there. But let me show you what I do with the strip boxes. So I'm just going to get my 30 by 120 for now. So when I actually light up the backgrounds, instead of using just the standard reflectors, I will use a couple of strip boxes. I do have the bigger ones. And I will actually mount the 8400 on the back. I'm actually going to bring, because I want to show everybody what I do here. Let me just bring one of the 8400s over. I'm going to just take off the reflector. And I'm just going to come close. So the 8400, for example, it has the Bowens adapter that comes with the 8400, which you can mount your softbox in. Once your softbox is actually mounted, you can still make use of the Godox mount. So what I do is I put the ADR14 reflector actually inside the softbox onto the 8400, and I have the gel inside, and that's how I actually gel inside a softbox. Same you can do with, obviously, with the 8300s with an S2 bracket. You can do exactly the same type of setup. So let me just put this in. Okay. So I'm just going to take the front cover down. Sorry for all the Velcro stripping on the microphone. Okay. So I'm just going to get one of these on the back. So we got the yellow jar inside the 80R14. Then what I'm going to do is just clip it in, and there inside your ADR14 on the Godox mount. So you've got a softbox mounted on the Bowens mount, and then you have your Godox mount mounted in the Godox mount inside your softbox. So that will give you a nice yellow. Let's just put the modeling lamp on. So there you go, there's your yellow gel inside your softbox. So that's what I do when I'm gelling up inside the softbox. And as I said, I'll be shooting the yellow stuff, and we'll be looking at doing that this weekend on a shoot. So I don't know if there's any more that I can probably do there, because I think we're still having some technical difficulties with the stream. Huh? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is probably have to reshoot this, or try and upload re-upload the actual stream, and do it that way. But yeah, so obviously no one can ask questions, no one can probably see us at the moment. So what I'm going to do, Only YouTube. So we're on Facebook. Are we on?
Only YouTube is working.
Only YouTube is working. Oh, that's not great, is it? So, but anyway, I think if we can take that in the picture out, maybe we can just finish off here and just try and see what the difficulties that we were having with the other systems. Alright, so obviously any of the equipment that you see here I'll actually put in the comments below, and I will actually tell you exactly where you can go and get these. It's the ADR14s, 8300s, 8400s. You can get these from godox.co.za. You can also use my discount code as well, Godox Carl D. The gels that I mentioned earlier, they came in a nice little packet. So these you can actually get from Golden Power batteries as well. But if you're going to be shopping for any Godox goodies, you go to www.godox.co.za. For gels, for anything else photographic, you can go to GPB, which is gpbatteries.co.za. Bit of a tongue twister, that one, all the time. And also the switcher, which was been sponsored by Tambo Broadcast Solutions. Big shout out to them for actually letting us use this equipment. It's been a lifesaver, especially on the live streaming, even though we are having technical, but I think it's technical difficulties with some of the platforms and not the equipment. So that's a good thing. Okay, so remember godox.co.za. If you just put the Godox banner back up, and I think we might even probably reshoot this one another time and everything else, but and we'll go into a bit more detail, or better still, we could probably do a workshop, a more in-depth workshop around color gels and color harmonies and color theory and all of that stuff. But for now, I think I'm going to end it off here. Cheers for now, and we'll see you again online soon.
I want the sun.
Operation Night 2D.
Copy that.
Only your future is brighter than us. Shop Godox SA for your production equipment.